I was a kid, we used to play water polo against North Miami Beach, but it's Miami Beach that everybody's paying attention to right now. It's not only one of the most fashionable and hot destinations for spring breakers, it's where a lot of retirees like to finally say, the good life. But there's a lot on the horizon that we're talking about. And to do that, we're going to invite into the stream Dan Gelbert. He is the mayor of Miami Beach. It's good to see you here. I'm a Coral Gables senior high grad, by the way. I remember skipping school going out to Miami Beach back in the day. But let me ask you real quick, because I know we want to talk about the casino gambling effort on the beach, but the headlines of late. What's the status now of the large spring break crowds? Are they adhering to the 8 p.m. curfew? You extended it to April 12th.
Well, the curfew is in effect from Thursday to Monday. So the last couple of days have not been curfew nights, but they've actually been pretty good nights. We have a pretty big contingent of police, but most of the time, frankly, people are pretty compliant during the day. There's really not a lot of problems, and it's a pretty restrained area of the city. It's a 4-block, essentially by 10-block area, so it's pretty limited. But it hasn't had any of the issues from last weekend, and we'll really see what happens Thursday night.
Well, Mayor, there's so much. We've all seen the pictures and the videos that have come out from your city here over the last several days, and of course, this calls into question the message that we heard from your governor, from Governor DeSantis earlier today. He was earlier this year, encouraging people to come down to Florida, saying that the state is open. How much harder do you think that's making your job right now?
Well, it's making it very hard because, when you're the only game in town almost, and we're a wonderful destination, and given the fact that almost no other destinations across the country are open, we're getting this enormous crush of people, especially when you consider the discount airfares, which are available, and discount rooms through Airbnbs. So just an enormous number of people. We were expecting a lot of people, as we always do, and we had really bulked up on police. But at some point when guns were introduced into the mix, we just decided that there wasn't a choice. We had to take even more drastic action. And of course, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, which seems to have been totally forgotten by every person coming here.
I want to shift this just slightly because this would attract lots of people. And it's the effort possibly to bring casino gambling to historic properties on the beach like the Fontainebleau. How serious is this? I thought it took a referendum of the voters in Dade County. They'd have to approve it before it could happen. Has something changed?
No, and I hope it doesn't happen, and I don't support it. I, in fact, was head of the No Casinos effort and wrote and defended the constitutional amendment that requires a statewide approval. Voters voted in Florida 71%. They hardly agree at 71% on anything, but the title of it was Voter Control of Gambling. And in fact, they supported that. This would be really an incredible move by the Florida legislature to essentially allow casinos to come into a city whose land ordinances don't allow it. My commission almost every year passes a resolution opposed to it. So we don't want it. We think it cannibalizes the businesses. We think it would distort our economy. And I don't think we need it, given all the other beautiful things we have for people to do.
Well, Mayor, I guess the other side of it was people would be saying right now, a lot of cities, they need more and more revenue, just looking at the effects of the last year. That doesn't change your mind at all about this?
It doesn't change my mind one iota. If you can name to me the city in America that you want to be that has casinos, I'll talk about it. But we don't want to be any of those cities, Las Vegas or Atlantic City. We don't need it. We have beautiful beaches, incredible cultural destinations, incredible cultural fairs, venues all over the place, beautiful weather, ecotourism. I could go on and on. We don't need a industry that essentially sucks the marrow out of a community's a business center, and we don't need it in a place like Miami Beach or downtown Miami or in Doral, which is what people seem to be talking about. I have no idea why anybody would support this other than the people who stand to make a lot of money at the expense of all the people who lose it.
I have a vested interest in asking you this next question since I think my future probably has me one day back in South Florida. I am, after all, a middle-aged Jewish guy. It's the promised land. What's going on when it rains? Yeah, when it rains there? I mean, my mom, my dad tell me about the flooding sometimes on Miami Beach. Is that under control, or is sea level rise a serious threat? Because I have friends who are buying on Miami Beach, and I'm like, really? Wouldn't you go inland?
So first of all, it's serious, but secondly, we're handling it. We have engineering solutions, that we're implementing. We can't talk about sea level rise. We got to do stuff because we're an island built on porous limestone that has had sunny day flooding. But we've already started to raise our roads and redo our storm system such that we can solve this problem. And we've done it in about 6 or 7 miles of roads we've raised, and we've installed generators and new pumps, water systems. And the result is everywhere where we've installed them, there's not really flooding, or it's so substantially reduced that it just is typically what you get in a bad rain. It's not the kind of sunny day flooding that's frightening. Now, a lot of other cities are way behind, and we have been the canary in the mine shaft in the sense that we were one of the first to start a program. We've spent, I don't know, $600 million on it, but we're intent on solving it. We've brought in the best experts in the world to make sure we're doing it the right way. So this is an absolutely surmountable problem. And when the Community Rating Service looked at our flood insurance rates, they actually downgraded us or upgraded us so that our rates are now cheaper because of it. And our bond ratings are actually AA plus because of our efforts at all of this. So we are handling the problem, and we can't not handle it. So come on down, live here. You won't float away.
I don't think it's hard to convince many people in the Northeast here after this winter to come down and live in Florida. But Mayor, real quick, we only have about a minute left. I'm curious just to get your thoughts. You talk to business owners all the time in your city. How are the business owners faring right now? Are they past the worst of it, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, the truth is we were sort of lucky in a sense that outdoor dining was easy. We opened up roads, we created parklets. So the restaurants, a lot of them, look, everybody suffered immensely. It's hard to stay closed for half a year and not suffer. But there's a sense around here that really there's a huge momentum coming. You can feel it already. People moving down, people opening up businesses, new hotels. The Bulgari is coming, the Aman is coming, a Carbone, an Italian restaurant, moved down here. This is all in the last few months. So we are very excited and very optimistic. And I suspect that Starwood is opening up their new their new offices in Collins Park. We've got a lot going on. It's exciting. And a lot of these hiccups are just hiccups. The pandemic we're going to get through, and we're going to be not normal, but better.
All right. Dan Gelbert is the mayor of Miami Beach, and we look forward to visiting very soon.